You just can't take it for face value. I don't anymore. I used to. I used,
But
I used to get
people do
emotional
have
about what people said
influence.
about me, you
People
know?
have powerful influence, like 50. He got powerful influence with
But when
that.
you look at the influence he has, he was, I look, who is influence? I say 50's, half of 50's audience, white people, Eminem's audience, by far. The ones that really cheer him on are really aftermath Eminem fans. And that's they're in numbers. They might be the most in numbers because they're white. So automatically he inherited that audience. If he never signed with Eminem, 50's audience would be diminished by the millions. Trust me when I tell you. It's only because of the white people that Eminem with that he's getting that support. Without them, he'd have to support just as much as anybody else or just as less as anybody else when it comes to the black community. So when I look at 50's platform and who he represents, when I see how, okay, this is some shit. When 50 says some shit or does some shit that just doesn't align with being a real nigga or a real man, which he's done a lot, then I look at the is under him and I'm looking at them and I'm like, see, these who probably grew up without a father, who probably didn't had nowhere understanding of a code to any type of street at all. And you don't have to, and that's okay. But when it comes to real nigga and real street, which the lines have been blurred on the internet, he crosses them in a way to where is that his audience that with him, I wouldn't want them with me anyways. So I'm good without them. See, that's what I'm saying about people. When I go out here and people be like, Benzino, I love you. Like a lot of my audience are loving hip hop women from like 16 to 66. Love Benzino from loving hip hop and reality shows. Then you got a lot of niggas, street niggas. Love Benzino from back in the day, made men Source magazine and shit in jail getting the source and street shit and you know what I'm saying? And watching Zeno with all this money back then. Like then you got the new Gen Z who knows Zeno as Coi Lere's dad. So I got everybody really in the household that I want as far as an audience and as far as support. So anybody that supports that 50 supports, I don't they don't we don't have the same thinking anyways. So I really don't give a what they think. And I swear I don't mean that from an angry standpoint, just from an intelligence standpoint, that his audience isn't my audience anyways. So why should I care what they think? Why should I care what he's giving them? Because if they're taking what he's like, I'm here smoking this herb Gotti pack. If they taking that from a grown ass man who's getting that from young niggas in Chicago, and that's fly. Oh nigga, if you co-signing that, then I already don't want you on my line anyways. Cause you a stupid ass nigga. Cause I didn't grow up like that. I didn't do it like that. The shit that he do, we come from a street standpoint. When I look at 50, 50 makes, again, the Eminem theory. All those white guys and a lot of Spanish guys and Mexican guys that love Eminem, they love 50 because of Eminem. So when 50 tries to play the big bully with the muscles, he's never beat on nobody except probably Tony Yayo, threw him in the bushes or smacks on his own niggas. He ain't never ran up on nobody. He never got the nigga that shot him 9 times. That was God B walking around Queens freely for years and years, who probably just died from natural causes a couple of years ago. There's nothing streetwise that's given real street the reason to really look at this nigga and be like, yo, he was really that nigga. It's only the fact that he did get shot. He got signed by Eminem, the right place, the right time. His music was dope as at the time for street niggas. So automatically that he was in the right place, the right time for a marketing situation, and it still holds today. Super successful in putting out stories and producing shit. Very, very talented at a lot of things. But streetwise and man qualities, he don't got it. He don't got it. And see, I grew up under a father with man codes. So I'm proud of that. I grew up in the streets where I gave it and took it and still here to talk about it. And I'm proud of that. These are things that he wasn't a part of. Not saying he wasn't a part of the streets in Queens, because when you look at his history, you're mad at Ja and Irv because of just the relationship with Preem. So in your mind, you're like, well, I'm really out here on the block. Jar ain't. So why is Preem
Hold on. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second. Zeno, right now this conversation hot. I want to talk about it, but your shit just froze just now. Your side just froze a little bit. So just, you know what I mean? I just want to slow the conversation down. So from what you were saying right there, you saying about Jot, you saying 50, his problem is with what you say his problem with Ja is
jealous
because
when
they's
you
rocking
look
with
at it,
Supreme because Supreme chose them.
When you look at it, all of us are looking at it from the outside looking in, unless you was in Queens and around it, right? But when you look at it, all the stories and everything, and how 50 is, it just looks like a situation where 50 was a little bit jealous of them niggas because Preem was giving them love. Like if Preem would have just gave 50 love and just really hugged 50 and really put 50 down, would we even be here with all this with him and Ja? So when I'm looking at it all, and again, I'm not speaking for none of them, 50, Preem, or Ja. I'm just saying from a nigga that's been in the streets and very good judge of character and situations because I've been through them, it just looks like a nigga who just was like, this nigga Ja ain't from the streets.
I gotta give 50 some credit, right? Zeno, 50 has a track record of flipping on niggas. That shit didn't start with before Preem and the Ja Rule shit. Niggas know 50 in the hood. Niggas talking about 50 been knocking niggas out. Now I'm a street nigga. Like when I see niggas talk about you, that's why I don't let niggas take away from you.
Right. No. Right.
So when I hear about Fifth, when I really think about it, you gotta think about it. This man was young as driving the Benz.
Right.
At 15, 16?
Hustling, doing his
You can't be out there with grown men and you not like.
But let me ask you a question, and that's a great point. I get it. So we're gonna give 50. He grew up in the street, and he had. You could say at that point he might have had all the attributes to be that nigga. But where he fell short was, whatever it was, he wasn't with Preem and them. Whatever it was, he wasn't like a nigga who was really pumping major bricks and niggas was getting a plug from him. He really wasn't that. He really was Boo Boo that was just trying to come up, that wasn't in no position to really say, hey, Preem, why you with Ja? The only thing that I could come up with from outside looking in and looking at the stories is that he was jealous of Ja and Irv relationship with Preem. What else? What else? What else? What? It's not like them niggas was trying to pump on 50's block or trying to 50's girl. Where else was the situation that 50 felt some type of anger towards Murder Inc. enough for it to end this way? 30-year beef, 20-year beef. Like,
Okay.
Ja and them didn't bring no harm to 50 or 50's people. So in the hood, I only think of a few things that can you fuck a nigga's girl, you done hurt him or his family or his niggas, or you done robbed him, or you're doing something on his block. If them three things ain't happening in the hood, then my nigga, the only hate you got against me is because Preem with me.
Wait a second. Now this is out of Fifth mouth. Fifth said that his mans robbed Ja Rule.
Okay.
He said Ja Rule was mad at him because he was around his man. Was that not E Money Bass? Who was it? Because I'm not familiar with all them Queens niggas, but I already know 50's from One Guy Brew in Queens and South Jamaica. I know that, but there was somebody that he was next to.
Right.
Wasn't just I don't know who it was. I don't know who. I forget whose name. Let me stop butchering shit. But a nigga he was next to allegedly robbed Ja Rule.
Right.
And Fifth was around the nigga. So that's what I'm hearing.
Well, yeah, okay, but if that's the case, if he's around the nigga, then his chances are that you was with that. Not necessarily you was the one that took it, but you was with the whole situation of that happening, which means you've been looking at that nigga like, I don't like that nigga. Like there was something in 50, there was something that Ja did. Granted, 50 made the song about robbing the industry, and he came out on some gangster shit. Like the shit was dope. I love 50 Cent's. Nigga, I was banging at his mixtapes. I was into 50's music, the whole in his whole campaign. I'm just saying there had to be something there that this nigga just didn't like about it wasn't nothing so much that these niggas did to him. And even if the nigga did rob Ja, then I'm sure he's stuck it a little hurt. Like, yeah, nigga, look at you. Yeah, nigga, yeah, look at you. Like, there was something there because of, to me, because of the, when you look at how he moves now, and the only reason I'm saying this because look at how he moves now. It seemed like any nigga that he's associated with, that he puts on, that makes it, it looks like he gets jealous of them. He get mad at them. You look at the game. Like the game was doing amazing. Side nigga from the West Coast that no like nigga that East Coast nigga signed and game was spitting the way he did. Game could have been bigger than he was if 50 didn't start beefing with Game. Look at Lloyd Banks now. He don't with 50. Look at Buck.
Wait up. I gotta stop again. Hold on. Cause remember, there's niggas that give testimony to cause you know we rocking. We gotta keep this is don't shoot the messenger.
Look
this
at
messenger
Omari.
back. Listen, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just gonna say something like this. Game. There's niggas that's confirming that Game was premeditating to bring down 50 before he even signed to the nigga. Before he even started was in cahoots with the nigga. Now this is allegedly, but we've heard niggas in the industry say, yeah, the nigga told me that was his plan.
Okay.
Valid niggas that we know. I don't know the names.
No, but
the Jim Joneses and the names.
That's fair enough.
So
that's fair
Zeno,
enough.
let's be real.
That's fair enough. You never know. But look at everybody that has signed to him are gone. Now we can't make excuses up for everybody. We going Game, Lloyd Banks, Buck, Omari. Like we can go on and on and on. Like any nigga that he's Meech, Lil Meech. My nigga, those are all 5 main niggas right there that this nigga was responsible for signing. Gone. Like, at some point, 500 Frenchmen can't be wrong, as they say. It's an old saying. Like you look at the line of guys in the timeline, everybody he signs, he ends up beefing with. Not just the business didn't work out, but him being disrespectful and beefing with him. That got to tell you something. Like, come on. Like, listen, you know, G Unit's supposed to be way bigger than it is. G Unit's supposed to have way bigger artists.
Yeah, but honestly, Game is the one who monkey wrenched that. Let's just call it spade a spade, bro.
Okay, so what was
Game monkey wrench 50? Let me tell you something. Before
what about
Game did
what
that,
about Young Buck?
Yeah, but look, come on, look at Young Buck's track. Listen, I with Young Buck music, but look at Young Buck's track record. He's not a nigga that really. He seems very impulsive.
Lloyd Banks.
Young Buck seems like he's emotional. Now Lloyd Banks, I give him credit because this is the only thing about the Lloyd Banks thing. From Lloyd Banks saying that his parents died, he just. So Lloyd Banks is not. He seems like he's an introvert, right? He's not a social type of person. He might have social anxieties. I'm just alleging. I'm not saying that's the case, but I'm just saying he's very he stays inside the house. His people's passed away. 50 wanted the man to work and keep moving because 50, you got to think about it. We don't know nothing about 50 daddy. And 50 moms is not, she passed. That man don't know. He's not really compassionate to that.
When your father's not present in your life, there's a lot of things about being a man that you miss out on. There's a lot of things in this man's character that aren't G shit, that aren't manly shit. Men don't move. I've come up under some great men, and they just don't move the way homie moved. As far as how he moved, if we're gonna use the street code, like his street code is horrible. Like he just doesn't. And then to be kicking niggas when they down, when they get locked up, and then making in front of them, like I just don't see too many niggas. And you could call it trolling, but we from the streets. Trolling is for the nerd niggas that made up the internet. We don't supposed to be on that. We supposed to recognize trolling as disrespect, and we supposed to recognize that as street niggas. But it's all over the place now. And that's why I don't try to argue with nobody on the internet no more. We see each other person, we handle each other.
But hold up now. Let's get to that. Hold on, man. The other day you on the internet, right? And I see this nigga Zeno. I see you brolic. We gonna get back to the Miami, because we gotta talk about Miami before we leave out of here.
Hell yeah, I love Miami.
Niggas is gonna be hot about that. You know, we gotta establish that
Miami
shit. Let niggas know you
man
with the crib in the crib.
What?
But now with the 50 shit, I seen you was in the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a person trying to see you, dog. You was cut up, right?
Yeah.
So you working out.
Gym. Yeah.
You working out. You doing your thing.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? Now, you say, I don't care nothing about 50 doing that Golden Gloves. I don't believe that shit.
Right. Because I ain't seen no video or no tape or no pictures. Like everybody that has fought Golden Glove, I seen pictures of the fights and of everything. Now, I didn't see too much. Not saying that he didn't do it. All I'm saying is this. When 50 puts that sucker shit about me on his platform, the only thing I got to say is, nigga, let's go take it in the ring and I'll beat your ass. Because to me, if a man can't go boxing another man 3 rounds, and the fact that I know that we can make a big ass bag, some M's, why not? So every time he does some duck shit, I'm gonna do that every time. I'm gonna challenge him every single time. And one day, hopefully, he'll take, because if he takes the challenge, I know, well, you know, that's easy, easy couple million, a few million in my pocket.
But honestly, do you have a really disdain for 50? Because I know you got your history with 50. You helped them. Speak about the helping them. How you was.
Yeah, I don't have it.
You played the role in how you helped them. Because you talk about, you said Yayo had the pistols. He had the clip with no bullets.
He dropped it. No, right? It wasn't. It was a dirty 38 or a 32 snub. It wasn't even a fucking. It was a nasty little dirty fucking 32 or 38 snub nose revolver. Nasty. And that bitch had no bullets in it. Fuck a clip. And 50 showed me that. And 50 basically said it, man. The nigga got punched or something. He dropped the fucking gun. He picked the gun up. The gun had no bullets in it.
Who got punched?
I get on Yayo.
And the gun
Yayo had the gun. Yayo dropped the gun. The nigga, listen, on my mother's soul, this nigga was standing. I'm playing. I'm in the Sony session. Jesus brings him in. I'm looking at the nigga. He's like, yeah.
Don't stand too far. Come a little closer. Don't stand too far.
Yeah, I'm in the Sony session. I'm playing Madden. And this nigga standing by the door when Jesus brought him in. And we in the studio session. And then we having a small conversation. Yeah, you know, I heard about you through Tony Pope. Boom, boom. They always spoke good on you. I'm like, oh, yeah, Steve Style. Pop, pop, boom, boom. Then he showed me, you know, the cut. And then he said that Yayo dropped the gun. He pulled the gun out. The gun had no bullets in it. He said that.
Who said that?
50.
50 said I was on mine.
Pulled out the gun, showed the gun in front of everybody. It was like 6 niggas in the studio.
So he said that in front of you, in front of 6 niggas.
In front of
everybody. What happened?
In front of everybody in the studio. In front of 2 times Jesus, E. Devious, the whole made men was in there. Everybody wanted to see, you know, 50. We had knew about him. He wasn't that big at that time, but I'm saying he was in there with us. The nigga pulled out the gun and said, yeah, the nigga had a gun. There was no bullets in it. It wasn't a big thing, a big story. We wasn't like, oh, shit. Our shit was like, look, we don't want to get in the middle with this, so I called car service. You know what I mean? You need to ride to the hospital, called him a car service, and got him up out of there. But that happened. You know what I'm saying? That happened. You know what I mean? Like, you know, when Yayo told the story, he said it was a big 40 in the clip. He lied. That was a lie. That was a fucking lie. 100% lie. When he told the story and he said he had this big ass gun or some gun or whatever, I just was like, man, this shit is crazy. That was a lie, my nigga. 50 told the story. I bet you 50 won't tell that story. I bet you 50 won't say the same story. If you notice, 50 ain't even talked about that story ever.
So you saying Zoe lying, because you know he's Zoe. You saying Zoe lying.
Yeah,
you know us Zoes, we stick together.
Zoe 100%.
I don't want to speak against Zoe.
Zoe 100%
Zoe lying?
100%.
He said, yeah, you're lying.
1,000% lying. The nigga lied. Like the nigga himself pulled out the fucking 3.2 or 38 snub, those small joint, and said there was no bullets in it. And he was mad about that. Like, man, this nigga pulled out, like, man, like, you know, soft spoken. He wasn't screaming and nothing. He wasn't all emotional about it. He just said the nigga didn't have no bullets in the gun, and he dropped the gun.
Now, Zeno.
So he must have had the gun bluffing. That's what he was doing. He was bluffing with the gun. Yeah, he was bluffing with it. Black Child popped him. He dropped the gun. 50 picked it up and ran and got in my session.
So you said black child. So all that story true. Niggas cut off the lights, whoop de woo, and black child.
Yeah, I mean,
allegedly stabbed.
50 signed the thing. Now you seen that. You seen when he made the statement about what happened. Now it didn't go to court. So yes, on that plus when people always said that he gave the initial statement, I get it. But he never went to court, pointed anybody out. It never got to that. So on that right there, it really wasn't a snitch. You see what I'm saying? You know, I spoke up on that. Yes, he gave a written statement on he was there and what happened, right? But it never went to court. So the only time that in my book that you can snitch on somebody is when it gets somebody time. Is when you at the grand jury and you saying what you say, which means you got to come to court and you got to point out and you got to sit there on a stand and point. But if your shit don't make it to the grand jury or to the courtroom, then it ain't no snitching.
Nah, that's a great segue because you know we got to get to all that part right there, right?
Right, of course.
With that being said, but just to bring closer to what the 50 part, they was saying that was 50's DJ. That's the one that was made the report. That I heard that John, them niggas, I heard Urban, them niggas was passing around.
My nigga, that was Curtis, and it's okay.
So you saying that shit was definitely him?
He made the original. He signed the original statement, but he never went to court after that. That happened. Anybody that wants to believe different, you have to let people believe what they believe.
But how can you confirm that?
It's because it's obvious. That's a small thing. He had to make it. He made out this thing. He signed it. No one else did it. No one else signed it.
But you don't know 50. But listen, that was advocate. You don't know 50's signature. Come on, Zeno. You don't know the man's signature.
My nigga, that nigga signed them paperwork. He just never came to court. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. It ain't shit. He never listen. I'm gonna give him. Listen, it never made it to court. None of them niggas went to jail. So it wasn't no snitching. I mean that he signed the paper and the paper.
But was you there to see? You saw the nigga sign it. So you saw when the police said he gave report.
You know, me, John, and them got super close after that. Like I ended up moving next door, and my daughter Corey and his daughter was going to school together. So I knew everything. That nigga signed. I mean, they had to pay.
So you saying Ja confirmed it to you? It's not that you did your research.
Ja's cousin Burns. Oh man, it was a bunch of Murder Inc. niggas. Everybody confirmed it. Like
but you ain't do your research yourself. You ain't seen the shit yourself. You gonna word them out.
I'm saying right. I'm saying if we're gonna go on, I had to be there when he signed it. Then
no, don't do that. Don't do that. Listen,
no, but I'm saying, how else can I research it? How else can I research it?
Like actually seeing the documentation, like you saw the paperwork, like nah, them niggas showed me the paperwork, and you see how that shit's.
That was he was the nigga he told on. That was the nigga he told us. I mean, they was a part of that. They was the first one to get the statements. The statements was sent to them. It was like a summons or something. They just never went to court, and 50 didn't have to go to court to point him out. But he signed the paperwork. That nigga 100% signed that paperwork. 100%. 100%. Oh, 100%. 100%.
The internet kind of like
who the fuck was
his
okay, hold on.
I heard that shit's not
if it was his DJ, who was his DJ?
The DJ sued and all types of shit. Now that's valid. Zeno, I'm telling you some real shit. I'm not finna. I'm not no nigga. I don't go with speculation. If it was speculation, I would more say like I heard it kind of like that. But nah, the DJ was in some paperwork. Some nigga that's a part of their crew that was got involved in it. That was a victim, whatever. He sued some shit. So it was only
Yayo and 50 at the studio when it happened. So nobody else could make a paperwork. Police wouldn't even talk to them. Police only talked to the two people that were there. So I don't even think they talked to Yayo, but they talked to 50. They talked to 50. You know what I'm saying? It was only them two at the studio when it happened. There was no DJ. Like
I don't have the actual video to reference right now. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna leave it at that. But now that's a segue. So now 50 talking about niggas got 50 putting up all the rat emojis. Respectfully, respectfully. Keep in mind. Let's unpack it, right?
Okay.
Man, talking about the rat shit. Now we knew the situation with your nephew.
Right.
Rest in peace. Your mom's passed away.
Appreciate that.
Right?
I appreciate that. Yeah.
At the funeral.